Welcome everybody back to some more Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy of the Duelist. Today's video will be trying out the Dark Signer Devack's deck, his Ape deck. Mostly beast type, but you know, it's primarily got some fair bit of, you know, monkeys here. We'll be going over his cards and at least a bit of his backstory in the Yu-Gi-Oh! 5D's arc that he was in. But don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff to Target of Carl on YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. Okay, first we'll start off with the magic cards. Acts of Despair. This card is always treated as an Archfiend card. The equipped monster gains 1000 attack. When this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you contribute one monster. Place this card on the top of your deck, which I usually do not do. I don't know if anybody actually does that. Closed Forest. All beast type monsters you control gain 100 attack for each monster in your graveyard. Field spell cards cannot be activated. Field spell cards cannot be activated during the turn this card is destroyed. Okay. Might as well. Obedience Schooled. If you control no monsters, special summon 3 level 2 or lower beast type effect monsters with different names from your deck. Their effects are negated and they are destroyed during the end phase. If you activate this card, you cannot special summon for the rest of this turn except beast type monsters. Poison Fangs. Each time a beast type monster inflicts battle damage to your opponent, inflict 500 damage to your opponent. The Big March of Animals. Until the end of this turn, all face-up beast-type monsters on your side of the field gain 200 attack for each beast-type monster on your side of the field. Wild Nature's Release. Target one beast or beast warrior type monster. It gains attack equal to its current defense until the end phase. During the end phase, destroy it. Traps. Battle Instinct. Activate only when your opponent declares a direct attack and you control no monsters. Supposed to summon one level 4 or lower beast type monster from your hand in face-up attack position. Beast Rising. Once per turn, you can remove from play one face-up beast type or beast warrior type monster you control to select one face-up beast type or beast warrior type monster you control. That selected monster gains the original attack of the monster removed from play for this effect. Beast Soul Swap. Target one beast type monster you control, return it to the hand, and if you do, special summon one beast type monster from your hand with the same level as the monster that was returned to the hand. Berserk King. Once per turn during your main phase or your opponent's battle phase, you can select 2 face-up beast type monsters on the field until the end of this turn. To the end of the turn, one of the selected monsters loses half its attack and the other monster gains an equal amount of attack. Also included DNA surgery. Activate this card by declaring one monster type. All face-up monsters on that field become that type. Because you got the Earthbound Immortal support cards, at least a few of them. Roaring Earth. If a beast type monster you control attacks a defense position monster, inflict piercing battle damage to your opponent. If you inflict battle damage to your opponent with this effect, target one face-up monster your opponent controls. That target loses 500 attack and defense. This remains even if this card leaves the field. Ancient Crimson Ape. When a monster you control is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, gain 1000 life points. Ape Fighter. If this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle, this card gains 300 attack. If this card does not attack during your turn, the attack gained from this effect returns to 0 during the end phase of that turn. 8. Magician. Cannot be special summoned once per turn. If this card is in face of attack position, you can send one monster from your hand to the graveyard to target one face-up defense position monster your opponent controls. Take control of it until the end phase. It cannot change its battle position this turn. Baozu the Soul Eater. Once per turn, you can banish up to 3 monsters from your graveyard. This card gains 300 attack for each until the end of your opponent's turn. Berserk Gorilla. If this card is in face-up defense position, destroy this card. This card must attack if able. Earthbound Immortal Kusilu. There can only be one Earthbound Immortal on the field. If there's no face-up field spell card on the field, destroy this card. Your opponent cannot target this card for attacks. This card can attack your opponent directly. If this card would be destroyed by battle, you can tribute one other monster instead, and if you do, half your opponent's life points. Egotistical Ape. This card cannot be normal summoned or set. This card can only be special summoned by sending one beast type monster from your hand to the graveyard. When this card is special summoned this way, you can activate one of these effects. Increase the level of this card by the level of the beast type monster, or decrease the level of this card by the level of the beast type monster. Green Baboon, Defender of the Forest. If this card is in your hand or graveyard, when a face-up beast type monster you control is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, except during the damage step, you can pay 1,000 life points. Special summon this card. Voltic Kong. When this card inflicts battle damage to your opponent, send one card from the top of your opponent's deck to the graveyard for each face-up of light monster you control. And finally, Yellow Baboon, Archer of the Forest. When a beast-type monster you control is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can remove from play 2 beast-type monsters in your graveyard to special summon this card from your hand. And then we got the Sickle monster, Zeman the Ape King. Requires 1 Dark Tuner and 1 non-tuner beast-type monster. If this card attacks, your opponent cannot activate any spell or trap cards until the end of the damage step. When an opponent declares an attack, you can select that monster and send 1 monster from your hand or side of the field to the graveyard to negate the attack. Crap. I need a Dark Tuner. I didn't even pay attention to that Sickle Monsters thing. Unbelievable. I mean, there's ways around it. whereas no beast type tuner's dark attribute. Gonna have to do. Okay. Let's try this out. Oh, excuse me, I had to stretch. But yeah, you know, Devack was primarily the enemy for Luna and Leo. And to be honest, it's like he wasn't like my favorite Dark Side. I feel like he was kind of like a throwaway kind of enemy just for something to Leo and Luna to do. Cause he is awful much. He had this whole thing with, you know, enslaving like spirit monsters and capturing the ancient fairy dragon, all the other crap. And it's like, I mean, I gotta say, like, this is like one of those things is like I really did not care. Hopefully this deck does better than Misty's reptile deck. Okay. A pretty fast win. Let's try against Leo. I might lose because he has a better shot at with getting like a decent amount of monsters on the field to synchro summon. And one of those freaking equipped magic cards is gonna be kind of difficult. Oh, didn't pay attention to the freaking attack. Did not pay attention. Okay. Okay. Well, okay. That went more smoother than I expected to do. I guess Akiza. Okay. I was curious that since I got Berserk Gorilla in my deck, what would happen if I played on my very first turn and he doesn't attack? Would the game just ignore, or at least by the rules, the effect is just ignored until the following turn? So I've been so curious about that. Why I keep doing that? I gotta say the 8 King is a powerful card because that ability to negate face down activation is just like, it will put a damper on what you're trying to do. Oh, right, Luna doesn't have a dual match in this campaign. Let's go with Callan. You're probably excusing me, I'm just like recovering from a headache. Oh, speaking of which, I finally got like an appointment set up for a COVID shot this Tuesday. So glad that's happening. And I hope everybody else will eventually get their shots. Oh, so send up the alarm in the building. I'm sorry about that. Usually kids playing around with like the alarm thing. Ain't no smoke anything I'm hearing, so poor timing. Luckily this door closes. Hopefully it's not bugging everybody. Probably should just go ahead and mute this temporarily. I'm not speaking much anyway because like I said, I'm recovering from a headache, so pardon the mute. Okay, the alarm stopped, finally. My apologies for all that. Once per turn during your main phase or your battle phase, select up 2 beast type monsters on the field until the end of the turn. Why in the world is not allowing me to do my summon? Finally. I need my Earthbound Immortal. There he is. Dang, he summoned his first. I'll have to take the hit. I need my mirror force. Yeah, at this point I'm stalling for time. nothing I can do. I hate it when you have that stupid field spell card. I can't really put out that his Earthbound Mortal before I did. I want to summon my Earthbound Immortal at least once. Just in case he summons his synchro. I'll try one more time. Because I want to summon my Earthbound. I think I at least summoned. Anytime I did the Dark Saunas, I know I at least summoned their Earthbound Immortals at least once. At least I think I did. Now I need to get another field spell card. There's my field spell. Finally. Those are some attack points. 4,000. Wow. Alright. And that was Devack in his 8 deck. Which is kind of appropriate given the fact that I just finished watching Godzilla vs. Kong. So, kind of nice little thing. So, I think the next deck I will be trying out might be Luna's deck. I'm pretty sure I have not done Luna. While we're talking about Devack, might as well make a Luna deck. So, that's the next Yu-Gi-Oh video I will be doing next week. I might do Crowler after that, but don't know. But thank y'all for joining me. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff to Talkative Carl on YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. I hope you all have an awesome weekend. Even though it's Saturday, like, you know, probably gonna wait till maybe tomorrow before I do any other videos, because I'm not feeling up to doing more than this right now. This just has been on my mind, so I wanted to really just spend a little bit of time playing some Yugioh really quick. But tomorrow I guess we'll be hopping on to the Blast DLC for Marvel Avengers, playing some Hawkeye, and then some Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu after that. And of course I gotta wrap up the second gameplay for Terminator for the MK11, so I can move on to the next thing. So those will be the only 3 games I'll probably be playing tomorrow after work. So in the next 2 days I got some time off, but I will see you all soon. Take care and be safe, everybody.